Hello, and welcome to another episode of Despite the Challenges, a show where we showcase people with amazing abilities who not only have overcome their impeding circumstances, but they go out in the community and contribute in so many ways. Today, my guest is Ms. Asha Gurunathan. Asha has been diagnosed with cancer breast cancer for about 23 years ago. And her story and how she had found the strength to not only beat the cancer but become an advocate. Let's hear directly from Asha. Asha, welcome to the show.
I'm happy to be here.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what are you up to these days?
Yes, my point is I overcome a lot of difficulties after going through the cancer and then retaining my job because of a lot of difficulties were getting a job after the cancer because of the insurance and then discrimination and so many other difficulties were there to retain the job. Then I had to find my strength. I was able to overcome many difficulties.
And when were you diagnosed or you found out about?
I was diagnosed with a cancer after my husband's death. He passed away after the whole 1 year of illness in 1992.
Okay.
It was 23.
So you lost your husband?
I lost my husband.
Okay. From a short illness?
From the short illness.
That's devastating.
I was emotionally drained, and that was not the best news for me to be diagnosed with cancer.
And you mentioned a year after your husband's death.
Yes, not even a year after. It is just couple of months after. Couple of months after his death, I was diagnosed with the cancer, and I was not only able to fight the cancer, I have to fight myself in the community to keep my job, and then they let me go after that, and then I have to go and retrain myself so that I can gainfully employed and keep my health insurance as well. And there was not much community support that time because this kind of cancer, they keep it in, especially Indian community, they keep it among themselves. They don't want to open up and talk about. There is some kind of shame into that.
Yeah, so let's talk about you. And so you now, not only you are a single parent,
I am a widow, yes, I'm a single parent.
So you have children
yes,
to look after. You lost your husband, you're grieving. At the top, you are fighting for your job or retraining yourself and because you have insurance to take care of yourself.
Right.
Hats off. It takes really incredible strength, inner strength, to be able to not only overcome but face at the same time and then look after other two dependents.
That's right. We were able to overcome so many difficulties, and my kids actually has really grown up.
How old were they at the time?
That time they're not really very small. They're 20 years old.
Okay.
One is 15 years, one was 20 years old, my son and daughter.
Okay, but they're still dependent.
Dependent,
in many ways,
yes.
Right?
We're just settling down in this country.
Yeah, yes.
So many difficulties. Once I overcome, when they settled, they got into the medical field. My son is a MD, PhD, and then he's working a lot towards the AIDS research.
Okay.
And my daughter is also well settled. She's toxicology scientist working for the New Jersey government.
Oh, okay. So, in other words, that not only challenges they were for you, but for them as well,
Yes.
to lose one parent and uncertainty about the health of the other parent.
Right.
Right, and they both chose medical field
Right,
to be.
right,
So
right.
I'm sure that you are very proud of that.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
So let's talk about you a little bit. It's emotionally draining, financially challenging, and physically extremely brutal, where you are overcoming a illness such as cancer. And trying to work full time as a
Yes.
single parent.
And once I was able to establish myself and gainfully employed, I wanted to reach out to that community to see it's so good for you to go out and tell people still you can live your life to the full extent. In spite of all the difficulties, now there are a lot of resources available. You know, you should talk about it, take some help, whatever you need it. But at the same time, you know, you should reach out to the people who needs help.
So, how many years it took for you to be cancer free or heal?
4 or 5 years, after 20 years, I don't have any more risk like that other people, you know, I don't think.
So you were
I am
completely cancer free.
Absolutely cancer free. So
Yeah.
I not only bring hope by talking about this disease, even though people are thinking, you know, oh, it's kind of time bomb, you're not going to survive this and that. There are a lot of opportunities there, a lot of information is there.
Yes, and you
But
know, medical
still-
science has also gained a lot of advantage
That is true. But
in early detection, or also treatments available, non-invasive surgeries available. So there's a whole lot. But I want to just kind of stay with you on that part of where when you were going through treatment or these challenges like coming at you from all over. In the middle of that, keeping yourself focused and having children look up to you for strength while you need to find somewhere.
I understand that.
So,
you know.
and did you have any kind of family support to take care of you, to help you?
Not really. That was the only which was lacking because all my family is in India.
Okay.
I didn't have much family support. I didn't have much community support as well there.
Okay.
My
So-
only support was my faith and couple of neighbors which were helping me out with this. Faith is the one really helped me to get through this. It still gives me strength. That's allowed me to grow beyond all this disease and everything, you know.
That takes a lot.
You
That
had
takes a lot. How about the workplace? Were they supportive to you?
I will
To-
not really, especially 20 years ago.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of discrimination because all the insurance and everything is related to the health point of expenses, you know. If you're having cancer, your premium goes up. So the employer will what they want to do it, they want to get rid of you so that the premium will not go up.
What kind of work you did?
I used to work with Princeton Packet,
Okay.
and then that's how I had to leave the job, retrain myself to some other place. Now, after some time doing this and that, then I worked with the New York Life Insurance Company.
Okay.
And I am very happy working for the New York Life Insurance.
Are you still working with them?
From January, I retired.
Okay.
So 21 years I worked for New York Life Insurance Company.
Wow. Wow. So,
So-
that gave you some flexibility,
Flexibility, you know,
to
now.
look after yourself.
Right.
and-
Once you get the financial stability and emotional stability,
yes.
then it will relieve you to do more work, community work, or whatever you want to do that. You know.
Absolutely, because you know, if you're not financially secure, emotionally, that's destabilizing you.
Right.
You're fighting an illness. you're grieving, you have lost a partner, and children are growing up, so there is a whole lot of uncertainty. And were you ever told that, or you feared that cancer can come back?
No, not for me, because I know that it's not going to come back, because I gained enough strength by prayer and then through faith. I was able to get that strength, so I know that it's not going to come back to me.
That's
But,
your belief.
that's my
But
belief.
were you told by medical professionals any times that the possibility?
Not really. No,
Okay.
they
So
always
that was
have to look
good.
for me and then say every 6 months you have to come back for this test. You have to do
Okay.
that. You have to do this. After 5 years, 10 years, I'm telling, okay, enough. It's not going to get to me, because I have other priorities in my life. I have to make sure that my daughter gets settled, because if you have the cancer, it always people think your child will also going to get it.
That's sad. I mean,
So
there
because
are.
it's kind of hereditary disease,
Okay.
so people connect to that.
Uh-huh.
So it's very difficult to overcome.
So it was weighing you down. Not only that it's you that who has to not only live with that,
Right.
but you have a daughter, a young daughter, that there is some sort of assumption that she may
Yes. The
be
especially
a.
community looked into that,
Uh-huh.
that's one of the prerequisite nowadays. Oh, you're disease free, you're not going to get it. Those kind of things, it comes as a problem. Not for me, but for the
In your society, in
society.
your
Yes.
community. So it became sort of a so-called a taboo type of.
Exactly, taboo and the shame.
And the shame.
That's the reason people are not talking about it nowadays.
Let me ask you this question now. The facing with such a terminal or a serious disease such as cancer, no one chooses to do that, right? And going through some sort of stigma that because someone in the family has it, the children might also become ill,
Right.
right? That's may not, right?
May not.
It's a lot of emotional strain which is completely unnecessary.
That's right.
How did you deal with that?
It was very difficult. I think my children gave me more strength. He says, do not worry about ourselves. God will help us. We will find our way, So they got settled. I'm very happy they got settled. And I got nice kids with them, like twin grandchildren with my daughter. They're 15 years, and my son has got 3. So
So you have 5 grandkids now.
I have 5 grandkids
And
now.
you
They are
had-
my love of my life.
So you have 23 years
Cancer-free.
cancer-free.
Right.
Wow. So let's talk about a little bit on your journey, the turning points in your life, when you were you knew that you're cancer-free way back. You said it took 4 or 5 years or so. What were the major issues in front of you? You have growing children, and you need to look at your own future. How did you see life?
I
in
didn't
front of
even
you?
know how I ever overcame. I think that's a faith. Faith is the only thing which helped me to overcome, because I don't think about it anymore. So I'm a very happy person right now. I am enjoying my life.
Well, that's
happy.
good.
I am a happy person. I want to give it to the community back, telling I am a good example. In spite of all the challenges, still you can live your life to your full. Still you can reach your American
Absolutely.
dream.
Yes, which you have done. Not only leaving the, losing a
Right.
partner and overcoming the grief and overcoming cancer and thinking about children and health insurance is a big.
Nowadays it's come a long way after 20 years nowadays, because of the new
laws and
laws and everything.
else,
It's a
but way
little
back
more
it was.
different. The priorities are different right now, but still I feel that you had to reach out to the people who need some help. They're not reaching out, but people still keep to among themselves. There is some shame, some shyness. The communication is still not there.
Okay.
That's my
So
challenge right
so
now,
when-
how
when
to reach
you
out to
know,
them.
There must have been some stages that you have gradually moved to stable when you were healthier. The children's future becomes first, and then financial stability, and then all that kind of becomes important for you to go out and help others.
Right.
Through those stages, what were your goals for yourself, and how did this come about that you want to go help others?
Because I went through a lot. I was telling, it is so hard for me to find a job, to get the financial stability so that I will not be depending on somebody. I have to be self-dependent myself. Then when I reached those job stability and the financial stability, then I'm telling, okay, my God, I can do it, and anybody can do this without much help. And if you self-strength, whatever faith you get it, when I can do it by myself, I'm a good example for other people. Say, I can do it, and you can also do much more than what I can do it. So that's how I want to reach out to the people.
So it was more of a inner strength,
Inner
and with
strength.
that gave you more inspiration to help others.
That's right.
Because you saw in the community a lot of other people
Yes.
maybe going through it but not speaking about
Not
it.
speaking about. Absolutely. My heart really feels for them. Please come out and ask me or tell me what you want. I can help you out.
I know you had been actively working with some other sport groups and other organizations who are in an educational and awareness. Is there something that you want to share about?
Yes, I used
the
to
type
work
of work
with,
you're doing.
I used to work with Breast Cancer Resource Center with Dr. Chopra, Deepak Chopra. He came and gave us a big talk about it, what the religious faith can help you out to get through this kind of difficulties.
Okay.
And then we went there all for a lot of other people went there to as an advertisement for the hormone therapy.
Okay.
So can you show
So
this?
sure, yeah, we can share that with our viewers. So let's take a look at it. So this is a advertisement.
Advertisement for the hormone therapy.
Okay.
So this way I can reach out to more people.
Okay.
See that you can be happy, you can be healthy and happy.
With this,
With
taking advantage of the therapy or the
therapy.
treatments available today.
That is.
In your experience, what's holding them back? Are they not aware of what kind of resources are available?
Lack of communication. I think they don't wanted to share it. I don't know. It is.
But their doctors have the knowledge about it.
There's a lot of knowledge about it. So that's what medically you can get all the information because of the internet.
Yes.
And then so many other information with the doctor treatment and other thing. But emotional support, they need it.
Oh, that's with any kind of challenge, either it's in the health or a major illness or accident, or even if it's cure available or not, most often there is is the cost of it. The emotional part is that we all need.
People have to reach you. How can you reach out to people unless they ask for it? They should come out and ask for it, or they should share the story so that we can go out and help them.
So you had been involved with the community in some form of outreach.
Right.
So how it has changed in your experience from 23 years when you were going through, had no support at all, to now? Do you see people are opening up, or?
People are opening up because of the internet. You can share more information with the Facebook or social media and all the other information. But still, I think that one-on-one communication or the familiarity with what I went through, the comparison of all the things, which will help them more. That's what is still lacking in the community.
It's lacking in the community. What would you recommend based on your experiences and what you have gained knowledge with your contribution or learning processes? What can be made available to them in terms of emotional support? Is that more of a faith-based services, different languages, maybe more support groups? What would you suggest?
There is a more support group, but we have to inform them through this kind of media so that they should know that this is still available. Whatever they want, it either your community based or YMCA or Breast Coast Resource Center or through any other media or whatever service is available,
A lot of time, people who really need help, language barriers are pretty big, right? So
I don't think that language barrier is coming to at this stage of life nowadays.
okay, so you don't see that as
I don't see that language as a
is a big barrier.
big barrier. I don't know why it is some shame or something they don't want to share. I don't know what is holding them back.
Okay.
Lack of communication, I think, or
Mindset. Maybe this is something more private.
exactly.
Okay.
They just wanted to keep to themselves.
I see that in some cultures it might be they withdraws them inside when something that they would feel is more personal. It's not anybody else's business. But being able to overcome and having a community of survivors to support, I think is emotionally healthy for them to feel
That's
better
right.
and be able to, in the company of people who have survived, and find hope in life, be able to share how they have overcome.
That is one of the reason I want to come out and speak for myself. See, I can do it. I'm here to offer my help and expertise, my experience, so that you can gain something from my experience, and then so that you can go and share it with other people who needs it as well.
What makes you happy?
What make me happy? The opportunities which has come in my way. That makes me happy.
Great.
To share it with
yes.
them.
So, how else, if we could help you through the media to reach out to the local communities, what else that you would like to give a message? Who are you involved with? Any kind of local organization? Are you helping in a certain community or any faith-based organization where they can find, get in touch with you?
Once you talk about the religion and faith-based, everybody just want to go out of it.
Okay.
But nobody want to talk about the religion, there is ethnicity or anything,
Understand, it's both ways. It does give you something to connect to. At the same time, if that's not what you're looking for more of an emotional support.
I just want to break the barrier.
Be it, yes.
And you have to reach out to the people, and then you may think it is small, you may not going to make a difference, but if you come out and get involved yourself.
How would they find you? Where would they, are you part of any organization?
I work with Breast Cancer Resource Center.
And they're located here in Princeton area?
Located here in Princeton. Okay. And a lot of other places. In fact, they recently take a trip to India to help to spread the message, whatever you need it. They may not give the medical advice, but they will give you where you can get those information.
Okay. Some tools to access the information, etc.
Right, and tools to access information.
Okay. So is this information available in different languages in case someone
yes.
someone is looking for other
Yes,
than
different
English
languages, yes.
is available,
And
then this resource, breast cancer resource center,
right. They will
has that
right.
information available.
Definitely.
Oh, that's excellent. That's
Especially I can
excellent.
speak several languages. If they need any language barrier, obviously I can go and then talk to them about it. I don't think that's a language barrier is there anymore.
I agree with you. I find it sometimes people feel more comfortable speaking their native to someone and associating with them, but most often they can communicate, read material, go on the internet and find.
That confuses more, nowadays. If you get so many information with the internet, with just Google it, there are so many
Yes,
information there, you don't know which is right and which is wrong.
that is true.
So you have to
just
just
sift through a whole
you have
lot.
that's why you have to just go to the doctor and follow medical team, medical advice instead of helping from the internet information.
I don't think that people who are facing something like cancer would be self-treating them through internet or anything, but I am talking about like emotional support.
Right.
That you have to be in the company of
Company
people.
of them too, right.
Company of people,
Right.
and you can only do on a local level of all that.
That's how I'm not restricted myself only to Indian society. I went to the Bible studies. I went to street ministries I've done with them. I worked with the Planned Parenthood to teach them how it is important for you to use some of the information which is available. So I've done all those help whatever I can do it, whatever form, whichever resource or media I can
Yes.
reach them out. That's what I did it,
That's excellent.
So
That's excellent.
everybody has to understand life is a gift. And if you think you have to be thankful about the life, then the life comes out, way in which you like. Once you realize life is a gift, then everything
It definitely
will fall
is
into
a
place.
precious gift, and we need to treasure it. It's so great to see people like you when they find the strength to think about others. I can help you, but I can't force you to take my help, right? I hope the viewers who are watching our show, and if they know anyone in the community that's looking for some resources
They can,
in Princeton area or in surrounding areas, then I'm sure these support groups reach out outside of Princeton area
Right.
as well.
Yes.
So they can
I am
contact
here. I
and-
offer my service. Anybody can reach me out, whatever form, whatever help they need. I'm here to offer
as
my
an advocate.
advocate.
And you are survivor for 23 years. You have lived your life and happy,
Yes.
productive
Right.
citizen of the community, helping others. We need more people like you.
You know what? Asha means hope in India.
Uh-huh.
In Asha, in the language.
Asha word is hope, yes.
Hope. So I'm going to bring hope to many people.
And you have been, and I'm so glad to had this opportunity to meet with you, to bring you on the show and share your story. And I hope that our viewers are inspired. Challenges come, we have to find strength, whatever sources they can be, either as an inner strength or we reach out to find that. We need all that to preserve life, to appreciate the gift of life.
That's absolutely right.
I thank you so much for being here, Asha, today, and I hope that you bring a lot of hope to the community and people would find your services.
I appreciate your help, and I hope our message get through to people who need some help. So
I hope so too.
All right. Nice meeting you.
Thank you for being here. And for our viewers, I am host Ritu Chopra, and this was another episode of Despite the Challenges. Until next time.